overall for these matches. And I just like the straight up fights either way, right? Without the added of the assistance of a Tyler Boltzak. But here we are into the game. You love to see it. Rebel already off to a good start with Bravo and Charlie. And Exploit's going to be fighting alongside his teammates there as they're looking to push in, maybe try and retake this Charlie hill. Rebel's all over it, but player 7 falls, which means Fire and Ice, the mismatch is now in their favor. It's a 3v2.
Yep. And Fire and Ice is actually that role I just spoke about. You have to play your game. You have to brute force. They set 4 members over off the initial versus 3 members of Rebel. They easily took that hill, but down towards the backside, it was actually Fearsley who was that lone member. He did get taken out, and this is where you got to play that push and pull game, Taylor. You got to be able to backtrack, let them decap the hill, but then when all 4 of your members at the longest respawn time is the round turn around, that should be easy eliminations. As you see right here, Flight coming through from Exploit. Sleeper trying to hold his ground as much as possible, but he finally gets taken out. Exploit, you're going to be that lone member, and I talk about those long respawn timers. Fire and Ice, one of those members is going to get back in time, but it's still a 3v2. Fearsley's able to get one, getting damage on that second player. Chuck coming through from Exploit, and they hold their ground, and this is going to be massive for Fire and Ice.
Massive indeed, man. That teamwork coming to the forefront, and they are making it show. Rebel is struggling to keep up with them. Only round number 1, but they are so good. But as we do see this fight underway, one player's going to be soloed out, man. Unfortunately, that's going to be cracked. Not a lot you could do when you literally have 4 members of Fire and Ice on the opposing team looking your way. They're going to take over Charlie. They don't have the lead currently, but I think that's going to shift momentum here. Rebel, though, they can get a good clean wipe here, especially on A right now, which is going to be a mismatch very shortly. Rebel should be okay, but that gap is quickly closing.
I don't like the rotations for the rest of the members from Rebel, though. It's number 6 for Flame, and then also Crack. They're rotating all the way around. There's nobody going for their home hill back. So even though Rebel have a good opportunity to retake A, get the decap, this is where Fire and Ice is not only going to position itself to tie, but regain the lead. So now, instead of being able to just decap and then fight to keep it decap, you have to decap and then capture a hill. And if you look at the map, they're putting all their eggs in this basket of A.
One thing about it, putting all your eggs in one basket, man, sometimes you could lose everything in one fell swoop. In this case, though, Rebel is, in fact, going to be able to break through. Look at this mid battle, by the way. We're going to see Adverse as well as Reflame soloing out player number 3 being Chaos. That's 3 players down for Fire and Ice. Fearsley's already on lives 2 out of 4. He's going to get back into the fight. He wants to win this round. There's been a lot already committed, but Rebel off to the races, going in for the triple cap. Player 2 gets to break, but this is the thing. Rebel's in the driver's seat, and Fire and Ice have to play flawlessly if they want to take this round.
Yeah, and they either have to go for these neutralizations or get this cap right away. They can't waste any time. You see this win condition at the top, less than 20 seconds left. The 2 hills stay capped. They're able to get that first down, but Demon's going to be hiding on the side. He's able to clean up that kill, but damage is being done from Fire and Ice. Late in the game, they're making a last-second push, but like I said, they need a double neutralization. This 1 hill is not going to be enough. They're going to need to go ahead and push through the spawn to get that second hill on B as well.
Rebel off to a great start, looking to get it. Hill's being broken. 5 tries to get it. 3 does get the chunk from behind, but not enough time. Rebel will take round number 1. A lot
time to do it. And Fire and Ice, they did not react. They said, hey, we're going to go ahead and try to defend, even if it's not our most advantageous side. Unfortunately for them, Rebel was able to pick off a couple of quick kills early on that push to go ahead and push it over to their side. So now going into this next round, you see it's kind of stalemated all the way through. Each team capturing their home hill and then setting up 3 players to block off that neutral hill in B. But the advantageous side is going to go over to Rebel. They have the tank. They have the footing on the hill itself. So it's going to be up to Fire and Ice here to find some sort of chink in the armor of Rebel.
It's going to be tough, man. It's so quiet. It's so weird. I think on any map for Gears of War, just to hear the silence, right? But specifically here on Vasco, which is constant rotations, that tank battle would have already happened twice now at this point. But as utility does get thrown, we already know one thing. Fire and Ice is going to go in. Adverse is there, though, at the forefront, along with his teammate. Crack will fall. And he's actually going to be out. So he's going to be on lives 1 out of 4. So this is going to be tough, man. You know, you already lost 1 team, and now you're losing 2. And Jacob, the question is very real. Even though the scoreline is very close, does Crack want to respawn and commit another life?
You kind of want to, but at the same time, you got to kind of play it and use your instincts to go ahead and trust if you're going to go ahead and spawn in or not. You can see how late in the game this one is, or I should say early. That's 2 hills over towards Fire and Ice. They have positional advantage, so you don't just want to spawn in and go and die right away. So you got to allow your members to go ahead and gain some cushion for your squad. Exploit's able to get 1. Adverse taking them out. You see those new skins that we have to switch off for a moment. Chaos has an opportunity here. Hides for a moment, and he takes the skins out. said, my skins. Oh, he's gonna go ahead, push up. This is where Crack's going to go ahead and he's going to be waiting here on B. And this is where it's going to get interesting for his squad. Crack has 2 players in front of him, possibly a third if the rotation comes through. Crack knows he has met his match. He has no team ready here on the backside. And you got to think the communication is coming through as well. You see the decap on A, so Crack making the right play. But it does look like Fiercely is caught out of position, probably baited by Crack. With these couple eliminations and down, this could be exactly what Rebel need to push themselves further because they're already trailing 100+ points.
Fiercely, he's taken too much into that 3.3 KDA, man. I think he felt like he was invincible, and he pressured into 1v2. He shouldn't have got
down. This Crack, Rebel, this last second push that I was talking about coming through.
But this is the thing, man. But this is the thing, right? B's getting broken. We got a big fight onto C. Fire and Ice still has the lead, but I'm impressed by Rebel's tenacity, ability to continue to push through. Those 4 players are going to push out. And this is the thing. They're just going to continue to rotate out. Even if they lose the hill that they just gathered, they're going to be able to overpower player number 6, which is going to be Reflame. They'll take over A. Fire and Ice is going to lock in this round. And honestly, they had it from the beginning. We witnessed it, especially whenever Adverse ended up dropping out. Crack being down to his last life now. Fire and Ice flipped the script. Even though they do take some casualties, specifically that being Chaos on his last life, Fiercely at 1 out of 4. I'm not going to lie. I think Fire and Ice just put themselves in a very good position to absolutely handle this first half.
Look at this round. It's still continuing on. C's being captured, but Adverse hero play opportunity and is instantly denied. I tried to hype him up. I tried to give him some life, but Fire and Ice in the second round, they're going to be able to hold on. They're just going to tie it up 1 round apiece, and this is almost
setting themselves up for yet a secondary loss and go into the second half down 3-1. So those are some decisions they're going to have to make.
This is where both of these teams need to be careful when pushing through the other guy's spawn. Yeah, you can get an elimination, but these respawn timers are getting shorter and shorter. So as soon as you pass through the spawn after getting a kill, you need to make sure you're on point, you're focused, and you stick to your strategy. As you see the instant being returned fire, Chaos just trying to stop the push in its tracks from Rebel. That's where I say on the other side of the map, they either need to make offensive plays or somebody needs to be rotating to make defensive stop, and that's going to be Crystallized. Number 4, he's waiting on the step, but Chaos trying to be sneaky. He chokes the shots, getting taken out. Crystallized going to fall next, along with Fiercely. So 3 members of Fire and Ice are going to be sleeping with the fish.
Man, Chaos should have had those kills 10 times over. So unfortunate. And Exploits is also going to be dropped off too. Granted, shorter respawns. Fire Knight's going to get back, but Rebel, they're looking to take this triple cap 4. He's going to sacrifice his life. He's going to go down, trying to keep FNI in it, but Rebel takes it. And like you said, how in place, they're going to go ahead and lock in B and C at this time. Rebel, though, very quick to rotate through, and they're going to take away that advantage FNI acquired off the start. We're going to have a big battle on A, though. They're setting up nicely. It's going to be a 3v3. Last round and a half, we already know both teams are going to commit everything in the kitchen sink to try and take this round. Player 5, though, in mid, has the potential to maybe go on some flanks. I think he has been spotted by player number 8. He has been spotted. So now you have that 1v1 taking place on the C. That's going to be Fiercely versus Cardia. Cardia will fall. So that hill's going to get broken. Fire and Ice now is going to push very strongly to try and break A. If they push up and they get it, they could be threatening a triple cap here, and they're on it. They're doing it.
Starting the trip cap indeed. Nobody's in position to touch any of the hills. Demon rolls into an instant, gets taken out. Up a shot from Chaos. He doesn't miss that one. The last member alive is going to be Reflame. He's able to take out one, but Exploit put the final nail in the coffin for his life. But the comeback off of respawn from Crack. I talked about it, those short respawns. Sitting next to your spawn, you have to be so sure of your next move, and Fire and Ice just crumble right underneath the pressure.
Yeah, super unfortunate. They set that up so well. Once Fiercely took down Cardia, he captured C. All Fire and Ice had to do was win that team fight on A. I say have to do, obviously a bit hard to do, I think, in Pro League against any other team. But the point is, though, they had that round in their hand, but it's okay. Even though they do get counter-wiped, they still have Bravo and Charlie, and they still have the point lead. And they're accumulating a deficit, or Rebels accumulating a deficit at this point, and they still maintain the objective. So at this point, Fire and Ice is going to be okay. The Rebels going to continue to fight. 2v2 for C going down. You've got 2 players. FNI is going to be on A. A Pincer is about to take place. A 7 is about to be in a 2v2 himself. But believe it or not, the Rebel boys are winning over on C.
This fight is just absolutely too long for the side of Fire and Ice. They had an opportunity at a perfect flank. I don't know how that one's turning out. It's actually seemingly working for now, but players off a respawn, Crack and Demon do it again. Unfortunately for Rebel, though, they only have one hill. They trail 70 points. They need these eliminations just like they needed the previous ones as this decap's coming through across the map. That's going to be another decap. Triple cap domination looking like it's going to be in favor of Rebel, but Demon finally shut down by the reinforcements of FNI. And as soon as they capture this hill, they're going to capture the moment they need, and that's going to be that win condition at the top of the screen.
Oh, 100%, man. I mean, Fire and Ice, they win that fight. They look good. They win in 35 seconds. Blindsided, though, is going to be Fiercely, and I think Fiercely actually blindsided another one just a bit earlier, so that's going to be a little bit of a revenge kill. Guardia will fall as well. Triple cap under effect. At this point, the scoreline's too far away from Rebel, and they just don't have the manpower to be able to get onto all hills. You will have player 6 who's going to be sprinting for C. You've got 3 players who are on A. Rebel's actually getting the breaks, and it's not going to matter. I thought it was selfish weapons like the Talon or Boltok was, right? They have the ability to be able to assist, shut down lanes for your team. It's more of a utility exactly in its inherent definition. So I love the fact that we got away from those weapons, and we'll see a little bit more. Adverse, I mean, he pretty much, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Which one does he take? He's got the instant in. He's going to go ahead and throw it out. Believe it or not, misses. That's tough. And now he puts himself in a 1v2.
Ouch. That was really tough because he threw it too far down. Those are stairs. You gotta know the trajectory of throwing an instant downstairs. Basically threw it behind him. You don't want to win, but Chaos, in fact, does as he go ahead and rotates around the map. Fiercely shuts down another one. That's gonna be 4 members at one point shut down from Rebel. Cardia is gonna have to make a miracle play. He's trying to prolong this round. He actually is gonna buy his team some time, and that's gonna be more than enough time needed. You see they get the decap on Decent Cardia. You don't need to die here. You don't need to put all your eggs in the basket as Exploit takes those eggs and makes a 5-egg omelet.
Ooh, I love it with the sausage, with the bacon, everything. You get a meat lover's omelet, man. Sleeper is going to clean up Crack, easy going. Fire and Ice takes it. Triple cap dominate all shocks and all instants, and hopefully we'll see better usage from Rebel when it comes to the instants. Like you said, you really got to gather and make sure that you get your judgment or spacing down for the throw, because that would have been an easy 2-piece going up in that one choke point, and it's really unfortunate that he got pressured on. Who knows? He gets that 2-piece. Maybe that 4th round is still underway, but either way, we will in fact see Fire and Ice now getting the objective off the start. Look at player 5. He's already pushing in onto player number 8. He's going to get chunked in the meantime. I get what he was trying to do. He's trying to join the rest of his 3 members. They push it from one angle. FNI then pushes from another. But this wolfpacking is what FNI needs to do. That's what makes him strongest.
And the difference in that opening strategy was actually huge coming out from FNI. But unfortunately, reinforcements from Rebel. 1 kill, 1 down. That's going to be another kill on Crystallize if they can find him. But the triple cap domination. Fire and Ice sneaking this away. How did it happen? They actually...
That Fire and Ice continues to improve. This would start off the series right, going into React. That's going to be a toss-up. Fire and Ice has a very real chance to take it, but Adverse finally judges the distance properly. He'll take that up. Exploits with the instant, a good connection. Chaos, on the other hand, a bit shaky.
And this is where, if I'm Rebel, you see them already overextending. They already got 2 hills, but you get that kill on Adverse, and you figure out a way to use your numbers advantage. Cardia literally ran through the center of the map, getting crossed out. So that advantage, that early great kill by Adverse, bye-bye, out the window. Let's give FNI another chance to get back into this one.
Rebel going in for that domination. Falling a bit short. The break does happen onto E, so FNI will stay up, but they're down a good number of points. But this is the thing. They had a lot of respawn economies, so they're going to be healthy in that regard. They're going to be able to try and get back into this fight. But at a certain point, if they lose another fight against Rebel, and Adverse and Reflame are already doing a great job, Demon as well, it wouldn't surprise me if FNI chalks up this round and says, it's okay, let's bring it 4-3. Let's try to close it out in the next round. Rebel's playing on all cylinders. I don't know what happened last round with the Mr. Krabs, but this round, they seem like they're furious, they're angry, and they want to take this one for themselves.
This is where it is going to get interesting, like you said. You see Exploits, he's kind of conceding this one away. So is Chaos. The score is out of reach. It's 100+. So the only way these guys do spawn in is if they get a couple more wipes, a couple more eliminations. Sleeper's doing what he can, but I think you said it perfectly, Tabor. They're possibly conceding this round away. They're up 4-2. They lose this round. It's 4-3. It's still a commanding lead for Fire and Ice.
Absolutely, man. Fire and Ice, they've got the series lead, or at least a map lead, I should say. But Rebel is fighting. I mean, I got to say, this was an impressive round. This shows that with a good initial, with good instant connections, with good utility, Rebel can easily...
Or are they eventually going to stop and try and defend?
It almost looks like Fire and Ice might send 5 strong. Player 2 wants to inch his way over. He's going to get Lancered out and taken down. Player 4 is going to try and go for the assistance. And unfortunately, player 2 will lose his life. That's fiercely. Matter of fact, Rebel, they're going to capitalize. And cherry on top, they're going for the domination. Can a touch happen? Yes, it will on F, but it's going to be short-lived. Player 3 is the only one. He's going to be sandwiched. He will fall, and Rebel are going to take a very quick round, send it to round 9. No fluff. Pre-show was Rebel's inability to be able to close out series, to close out maps. That's something that bit them in the butt last week during day number 2 of Split 1 when they played against Elevate. There were so many moments where they could have taken a map, but they fell short because their inability to close it out. So, will Rebel be able to close this one out? They have all the utility. They have everything they need to be able to do so. It's just about now getting in the right mindset and not getting in your head, right? Because sometimes teams can get in their own heads, they can throw and blow away a lead, and then the team that shouldn't have won ends up being the winner. Chaos, though, watch out. There's going to be an instant coming your way. It's going to miss by a mile. He's going to be all right for the time being. Fire and Ice, they've got the objective, but drop shot, Jacob, still in mid.
See, I might have missed it. Can you tell me where the Fire and Ice instant went? Why is this not being utilized this late in the game? I watched that UIU versus PK match last week, and I learned a fantastic shot grenade from Kenny Bounce on this match. I don't really know why some of the teams are not utilizing that same shot grenade. Could have easily put them in a better position. Now Fire and Ice is fighting for the back flip. Multiple players getting taken out. That's going to be 3 total. Sleeper, Fiercely, Exploits, they spawning back up. They're going to have to fight against Crack and that drop shot now. They're already being threatened. No hills in control of Fire and Ice. This is round number 9 all over here if Fire and Ice lose.
Yeah, Rebel is really starting to heat up. Those previous 2 rounds was just a taste. Now the full dinner is incoming, and Fire and Ice is starting to struggle. Chaos tries to get it going, taking down Crack, but it wasn't enough. But that is the drop shot. It's now out of the way, so that's one piece to the puzzle. Now they need to get more hills, and they're going to do so by locking in F. So, hey, Fire and Ice may have stumbled a little bit, but they regain control. Now Rebel looks to fight back.
Figuring out if you want to be the aggressive team, you want to be the defensive team, and you have to kind of match it with your utility. One instant going out, hit the side of the statue. I don't know how effective that one's going to be. Return instant back is actually going to be real effective coming through from Chaos, because not only just get him off the cover, it burns the whole other side of the cover. And you see the rotation coming through from the middle of the map. I don't even know if anybody sees him. Crack, you got to be careful. Flank coming through. Big shot landed. Chaos unable to take advantage. Where are the reinforcements? And just in the nick of time, they arrive. Rebel's going to go ahead and gain the lead, but it's only a momentary lead as Fire and Ice go ahead and decap the hill and look to capture it.
Fire and Ice in a very good position. Despite them being down about 6 points, they'll easily cover that. But look at Rebel, already on all 3 hills. Fire and Ice, you got to get in there. Chaos, that would have been a big kill onto Demon, but it doesn't happen. He gets chunked. That's 2 players down for F&I. Rebel still in control. They've got the win condition. Fire and Ice need to play this very well. 5 does sneak through. He's going to be on E. But this battle for F is everything. If Rebel wins this, they take the round.
It'll be a huge fight, just like you said. Win condition on screen. Rebel doesn't even have to stay in this fight. They just need to buy some time. And that's exactly what they're doing. And Fiercely goes in by himself. Instant connecting with Crystallize. I don't know where Chaos passed out at, but 3 members are dead. Sleeper's going to do what he can. Exploits trying to bounce around, give him the happy feet, but he's going to meet the same demise. On the other side of things, Sleeper's going to buy his team some time, looking to get this capture, but he knows as well as I do that capture is not going to save the game.
Not going to save the game at all. Rebel so close to victory. All they're doing now is just locking in the objective. Player 3 getting desperate. He has to. Chaos not going to make it happen. Player 1's going to challenge player 6, but Jacob, that's GG. Wrap it up. Rebel will close it out, win their map pick, despite stumbling, especially in the mids, round 4, 5, and 6. Good job on them. They up 1-0.
A 4-2 comeback from Rebel. I thought this team was going to be inconsistent, but they showed consistency is key as they win 3 straight rounds to close it out. And that first of the 3 rounds, that was just a huge win from Rebel, a huge switch in momentum. And I think us, and I do believe Sleeper that had come from this Rebel squad. So Rebel trying to say, hey, you might be on a new squad, you might have did some work for us, but we don't necessarily need you. Starting off, both players getting down, but it's going to be a Fire and Ice kill, actually. It's actually Rebel that actually did get first blood, tricking me there for a moment. Reflame and Demon working together, though, on the other side of the map. They're trying to keep things equal, as even as possible. You already see the decap coming through, but Fire and Ice got themselves a little bit of a lead first.
A little bit of a lead, but then again, whenever it did in fact come to Vascar, that little bit of a lead for Fire and Ice would fall to the wayside when Rebel started heating up. But in this moment, though, Crystallize will pick up some big kills, manages to get his teammate Chaos back into the fight. But look at Reflame from the corner. Chaos is there. You got to hit those shots. You have to clutch up in those moments because you're wasting so much time. You're not there to assist your team. If you are going to play that sneaky man role and going for those chunks, you better hit that first shot.
Nice counter flash coming through from Sleeper, but Sleeper's landing some hard shots there, and the flank coming through, fiercely wasting no time, but the revive and the elimination, that's going to be another double down. Demon needs to get some health back. He's still in a 3v2 situation, and I like the way he's positioning himself as well. He went from playing defensive to playing super offensive, and along with Cardia, they're able to get that kill on Sleeper. Now they're chasing Chaos back, and he's in the spawn of Rebel, so he should soon find that same demise, but it's about wasting some time here. I don't know how much time he actually wastes on the side of Rebel, but if his team can easily put themselves in position, maybe get ready for some secret man kills, they could find themselves on top. But that's going to be another death Crystallized, so Rebel steamrolling this mid game.
Absolutely, man, but Rebel still trails behind about 30 points, and Fire and Ice going to continue to rotate in, but their focal point is going to be on Charlie. They know the pressure is on. Player 7 falls, player 8 falls. Now things are getting scary because player 9 is looking at a wall of Rebel members. He needs to get in and get that touch. Looks like he goes for the sacrifice. Unfortunately, falls. All right, big battle underway. Once again, they're going to meet headstrong going into each other. Rebel struggling on that first initial in round number 1. They look to improve it here in round number 2. Look at Fire and Ice's map presence, though. You have Sleeper, you have Exploits who are going to be in that middle control, looking to rotate down. Honestly, a rotation to help Crystallize, that would have been beneficial. Why do they allow Rebel to get onto B like that without applying any added pressure? If you're going to have mid control, you've got a large range of sight, but you got to be able to do something with it.
Right now, it looks like Rebel is creating those moments for them to push through. Not necessarily the perfect moment, but hey, it's working out for them nonetheless. But Fire and Ice, it just seems that they're waiting. They're simply just waiting for that moment to come to them instead of creating it themselves. And this is going to be the result if you continue to do that. Rebel is just walking all over them. Hey, I want this hill, I'll take it. I want this kill, well, it's mine. And you see another flank coming through where Flame is going to be caught out by Crystallize, but Triple Cap Domination sounding off for a moment. He's probably just a distraction as the reinforcements come through. 1 death for Rebel and 2 kills for Fire and Ice. I'd take that trade any day.
Man, Rebel looking to get this domination. Fire and Ice will get the break, but they're not out of pot water just yet. You've got 6 and 5 there. Player 3 is going to be coming in as well. 6 is now soloed out. That's Exploits. He will drop, and that's going to be another round going towards Rebel. From
exact thing, Rebel dominating yet another initial. You see Adverse, he's standing in the hill. He said, I need this hill. I'm going to get this cap, and there's nothing you can do to stop me as he puts Crystallized 6 feet deep. Chaos, he's going to have to be the hero the team needs. Flash Grenade is being traded. He gets stunned. Another flash at the last second. His teammate goes down. He's going to fall as well. They get the reset, but that is just going to be it. Rebel getting the hill, dance, and win their run, but at the same time, I like that smoke grenade towards the top side. So if this does go a couple more rounds and that instant does make its appearance, I can see Fire and Ice beginning to chain together some rounds, but with another initial like this, dominated by Rebel, Demon's gonna get the drop shot again. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all.
Crystallize, bit shaky. Reflame, he'll take advantage of that, take him out. Demon does have the drop, but you do have 3 members out of the way for Rebel. Fire and Ice, though, they're going to take the objective so far, but it's about Rebel's retakes. They've been so good, and that's been the concerning factor. The slaying power from Rebel, when they heat it up, Fire and Ice cannot keep up. But at this point in time, you have to focus on Demon. You know, I'm talking in regards to Rebel. Rebel needs to focus their pushes to complement Demon's drop shot. Exploits will pick up 1. It's not going to be enough. Crack will take him down. Drop shot's out of the way. Chaos falls. That's now 2 down for F9.
I don't want to see them use this. Oh, there to use the drop shot kill and Sleeper. They need to get this elimination. without getting that trade. Crystallize needs a trade, though, on the other side of things, but Rebel almost flawlessly is going to step onto the home hill, get the decap and the capture, but Fire and Ice is already spawning back up. Quickest respawn timers of the game. They're going to have this opportunity as triple cap domination is going through for Rebel. Chaos picking up a double kill. That's going to be huge. Adverse getting that down, trying to put out as much damage as possible, but there's nobody from Rebel to clean up these eliminations, so all he's doing is put that damage down, making Fire and Ice second guess all the movement that they're going through on the map, but with only Adverse there to defend, they're going to go ahead and push through and dominate this middle portion of the map, and that's going to be crucial for Fire and Ice. We talked about how good this middle portion is. You see it almost everywhere on the map, so if you can set up a good support player there, you can get together and pin together some kills, but Chaos gets taken out. Crack gets another one. So Rebel, every time Fire and Ice is starting to build some momentum, they immediately shut it down.
It's just because they are so dominant in these team fights. And not even just team fights, individual fights. I'm seeing Fire and Ice miss so many critical shots where they should be capitalizing. Right there, Sleeper and Fiercely, they will fall. Reflame and Adverse, the duo, going in hard. Fire and Ice has the lead, though. They're trying to maintain it, but this is the thing, Jacob. I mean, they're committing so much. You already have a couple players at 1 out of 4. I know it's the last round, but there's still, or last round of the first half, but there's still so much time to be played out here. So we could easily be looking, and there it is. Chaos is already on his last life. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was worried about.
That is going to hurt them. 45 opportunity here. Bunch of Rebel kills. Filling the kill feed here. That's going to be a couple players from Fire and Ice back to the respawn board. Adverse looks to do it again. Chaos fighting for his life, fighting for the team's life. Able to pick up one with Fiercely. Reflame and his teammates, they're not backing down from this fight. They possibly should have, though. Adverse does get taken out, and there goes Reflame. He needs to reposition. He needs to go all the way back because the only chance Fire and Ice has is breaking these kills sooner rather than later.
All right, Rebel with the lead, looking to go up 4-0. Fire and Ice, what are you going to do? This is your opportunity to make it happen. They've got the hills broke. They're doing exactly what they need, but it comes down to winning this fight, but they've got to go through that choke point. Crack is ready to go. Unfortunately, going to miss those first shots, but will take down Crystallize. That's a great pickup. Charlie, still not broken. Fire and Ice cannot get a touch. And just by maintaining their home hill, Rebel will secure.
On you, Crack, to really dominate this game.
Woo! I love it. Hey, I haven't seen Embar use in a while. We just don't see it. I mean, you know, long shot, drop shots, you know, the typical stuff, but Embar, you love to see that. 3 members down for Rebel. Crack gets challenged, and man, that was a bit anticlimactic. We don't see the Embar really get used there, but check it out, Jacob. There's 4 members down for Rebel. Fire and Ice might be able to do this.
Oh, wow. Adverse had him full red, goes in for the kill shot. See, Fire and Ice almost going for that triple cap domination, but like you said, Rebel spawning up. They're going to have another chance at this, but once again, we're at the longest respawn timers of the game. So Fire and Ice, if they can keep this pressure up, keep chaining together some kills in their favor, they can come out on top, but Demon, and I'll say his name again, Demon putting on a show for us. That's going to be 2 huge kills. Talked about how big that respawn timer is. Sleeper trying to sneak past, but you don't get past Demon, and that is going to be the first time as Sleeper takes out Demon. He has his eyes set on Reflame next. A couple of these guys have been teammates in the past, and Sleeper, one of the most improved players in Gears of War 5, makes it happen again, and he's not stopping. I'm going to say it again. These long respawn timers allow for aggression.
Guardia onto Sleeper. Ensign missed. Sleeper will fall. Or excuse me, yeah, Sleeper falls, Cardi also. But there we go, Jacob. That's what I'm talking about. The comeback is here. It just took 4 rounds to get to this point. It's 1-4. Back off of that success. After all, they do have a free Embar. Demon is going to be the one to get, or excuse me, Rebel has that free Embar. Demon's going to have his hands on it. He's going to be an exciting player to watch with it as well. And already starting off, Sleeper will lose his head. Demon will manage to capitalize in that moment. 2 players will fall, but watch out. Demon's last up, and he has the drop shot in his hands. Unfortunately, he's going to miss that shot. He's got the secondary in the chamber ready to go, but man, I mean, Fire and Ice, you got to close this out. Player 8, though, he's going to be by his lonesome. There's no way he's going to be able to take out all those members from Rebel, so he's going to wait for the troops to come in, and then Fire and Ice is going to go for the break.
Yeah, he kind of threw those those drop shots out like candy, like he's giving out some trick-or-treats for Halloween. I wanted to see him take his time a little bit more, but the biggest guess I can think why he did that is that M-bar. He was the player with the M-bar, so he's probably trying to shoot out those drop shots, get some eliminations, pick up the M-bar, and then there you have it. But unfortunately for him, he was not able to pick up even one. But Chaos here, he's able to get one on Crack, turns around, tries to turn and burn again, but Demon is ready. He's probably the MVP right now for Rebel, and he's looking to get this neutral hill.
Come back here.
Rebel's going to take control of ENF in this moment. Still very far away. A lot of round to be played out. But this is where Rebel starts to get scary in the mid portion of the map. They did it on Vascar. They're doing it here. We've seen it consistently out of the 4 rounds that they've managed to take. What makes them so scary is their mid game is so powerful. It's because they've been, kind of get their wits about them. They start wolfpacking together. Exploits, you can't do that. That's going to be a misroll straight in front of Crack, and Crack might not even stop there. He's going in on the Fiercely. Fiercely's going to get Lance shot. He's finished. Chaos, you better watch out. Crack is on a massacre. Crack goes in. He gets the finish there. Demon, though, will he be able to pick up Crystallize? Crystallize, nowhere he can go. He's going to be lancing out. That's 4 down. Exploits now. He's going to be the only one up. He's going in for a touch, and it's not going to happen. Rebel's going to take it 5-1 in the comeback. I'm so sorry I said that out there in the universe. Maybe it's a caster curse. Maybe it's not, but Rebel, a decisive 2-0 victory. And that can only mean one thing. Jacob, chat was right. Chat was right.
I thought you were going to get memed again for voting Fire and Ice. I'm
100% getting memed.
The chat might have been right.
But they already slid into my to my Twitter. And you know what? Rightly so. I deserve it. I don't know what it is. I'm going to make bold predictions. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm okay with getting memed that the better team wins at the end of the day. But Rebel, you played well. Bottom line, period. To beat Fire and Ice like that, a team that has beat Apricity and beat Rise, hey, Jacob, they'll take it to the bank. I'm happy for Rebel. I'll take the memes. I'll take them.